time. And you know me and my bros on the same time. No brakes, green light. No brakes, I got the green light. When you hit ons, know it's game time. And you know me and my bros on the same time. No brakes, green light. No brakes, I got the green. We gon' tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, yeah. We ain't going out, we ain't going into town, no. Money ain't the mission, no, we coming for the crown, yeah, we coming for the crown. If we going out, then we going out loud, eh. Putting on the show, young man, take a bow, eh. Even under pressure, they ain't never had doubt. But if we gon' do it, gotta do it right now.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good, everybody, man? Appreciate y'all tapping in on this Father's Day, man. Definitely want to first of all say salute and happy Father's Day to all the great fathers out there, to all the men, stepping up and doing right in their life, and to all the great content creators, man, that can balance life and giving you good content, man. And as a father myself, I had my dad passed away, R.I.P. to Pops, but definitely, man, I definitely appreciate and cherish this day right here, man, too, because sometimes as a man, it can get hard, life can get hard, because you have so much responsibility, being a father, a breadwinner, husband, whatever you are. But, at least take a day or a moment in a day, to recognize not only yourself, but others around you, dealing with that same grind, man. So definitely want to say shout out to all y'all, man. Everybody, man. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. But we're going to talk a little Giants today. And we're going to kind of keep this thing going, with fathers and sports and things like that, man. And one of the greatest men and the best fathers I know right now, man, that's on the panel with me right now. I want to shout him out, man, for sure. And that's my bro, Coach Ed Gladney, man. How you doing today, Coach, man? Happy Father's Day to you, brother.
Thank you, man. Same to you, all the other fathers out there. It's as I've always said to people, the fathers are needed in families. There are too many families out there where, like you said, you lost your father and, it's missing. And all parents are important in the household, but fathers play a key role in the development of their children to grow into adults. I was blessed and am still blessed to have a great father who's, always been in my life. Hell, when I was wrong and he whooped my ass, he did it for a reason, man. Seriously, man, because, there are times I could have been headed down the wrong path, and it's not hate. It's not a spanking out of hate or anything, but it's love. So and if there are parents who go that route, there are parents who don't choose to do that. That's fine, but fathers are important in the development of their children, and me and my siblings, we appreciate our dad. I hit him up this morning. Tapped, with simple text, and he hit me back too. So thank you, Jerry. Same to you and yours and your family, man. So
Absolutely, man. Thank you, Jarius, man. You already know, bro, man. Definitely appreciate you, man. Always supporting us, man. Always in the chat, man. And happy G Day to you, brother. You know what I'm saying, man. Hope all is well with you, man. For real. I want to talk about. Well, first of all, I'm a little sluggish this morning because we was up late last night with Leather to the Face. And shout out to Big Bro Lou, aka G Nation. And his fight predictions are incredible. And I was there in real time, to witness one of the most just outstanding things I've ever seen, man, as in sports, not only in sports, but as a content creator. To see somebody's prediction come true in real life when it looked like it might have been not going that direction. because soon as Pat, myself, and Wells made the comment that it might not happen, we talking about the fight between uh Davis and what's the other cat's name last night? I can't remember that dude's name. like Frank. I don't know, but when that happened and that prediction came true, right on the money. Right on the money, man. Knockout in the 8th round. Predicted this weeks ago, man. So that was something crazy, like cause it was just a moment of like, okay, you doubting something that's been right consistently now 11 times in a row, man. So shout out to G Nation, Inside Sports, Big Bro Lou, man. We was on the in the chat. I mean, on the panel last night. It was crazy, but anyway, we're gonna get into some Giants, some New York Giants news and notes from minicamp. So the first thing, matter of fact, let me back up for a minute. First thing we gotta talk about is Darren Waller's retirement, officially retiring. It's crazy because right after Giants conversations last week, he initially retired, like right after we did the show. So I didn't get to necessarily cover it, and I haven't been doing daily Giants videos just because we're in the off season and there's not a whole lot of content for me to push out there, and there's a million other people doing, stuff about training camp, mini camp. So it's a useless exercise for me. But Darren Waller officially retired, and people are wondering, are the Giants good at tight end? Like, is the tight end room right now, do you feel comfortable with it? Of course, we're talking about Daniel Bellinger, Lawrence Cager, Theo Johnson, Jack Stoll, Chris Manhertz, and I think there's another one, Tyree Jackson, I think. So the question is, with this retirement, are you comfortable going into the season with the current tight ends on the current roster? Now, I've heard Giants fans that say they're good, and I heard Giants fans that say we got the worst tight end room in the NFL without Darren Waller. So I'm trying to figure out from fans, like, how do you feel about the tight end group? I'm going to give my opinion, but the show's not always about me. I do this for the fans. So I want to hear what y'all got to say. But we'll get Coach's take on this. Put your comments in the chat. Let me know what y'all think, and then I'll give my thoughts on this Darren Waller situation. Coach, what's your thoughts? We good at tight end, or we need to make some
For me right now, it's hard to tell. I mean, Bellinger seemed to have been ascending his first year, and then Waller came in, and it was like a little step back. But maybe that's addition by subtraction there. So you can get him back to what he was his rookie year. Okay, Johnson, he has potential, but he's still a rookie, so I get it. Cager's just really a big body receiver. He's not really going to give you much in line in the blocking scheme for that most part. So now it tells you he's out there for passing situations. Manhurts and Stoll are pretty much the opposite. They're more blocking tight ends. So, when they're in there, they're probably going to be blocking. Is it more the run game situation? So it's kind of too early to tell. I mean, you have bits and pieces from everything. If you took everything, a little bit of every last one of them, you'd have the perfect tight end.
Yeah,
you really would.
Right.
But, right now, it's really hard to tell. It really is hard to tell if we're good, because the whole thing starts with Bellinger and Johnson because they're young. If they come in and they're showing some level of production, and you keep Cager as a veteran, and one of Stoltz or Manhurts to help in the blocking game, especially in the run game, then yeah, we're good. We're good. But everything stems from Bellinger and Theo Johnson.
Yeah, I think Theo is more closer. Well, actually, I won't say that. I think Cager is actually the closest to what you would get from Darren Waller from a
Mm-hmm.
pass catching standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Theo Johnson can develop into something similar like that. I do think. I think Bellinger is just more of a two-way blocking slash
Mm-hmm.
safety blanket type tight end. Um, so I think they got the guys to hold the spot down, but the question is, what kind of leap is Lawrence Cager going to take,
Mm-hmm.
and what are you going to get in year one from Theo Johnson? I think we
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable and kind of know what is at, Daniel Bellinger, but what are you going to get from these other two guys? And what kind of impact would a guy like Stoll or Manhurts have if they're on the roster
Mm-hmm.
from a receiving standpoint? Because we know they bought into block, but can these guys give you something in the receiving game as well? Because
Mm-hmm.
again, like you always say, if you bring in a guy in just to do one job, you're being predictable.
Mm-hmm.
So Manhurts and Stoll got to show something here coming up in this training. And we're going to talk about a little bit about training camp. They got to show something to me. If I'm going to give them a roster spot, they got to show something in the passing game as well. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so that's kind of where I'm at with Darren Waller, man. You know, people saying why Darren Waller retired or whatever, man. But look, that man has a right to walk away from the game and focus on his life. So again, he didn't hurt the Giants. I mean, he a pick, yeah, but as far as what he did and what they got, we all knew it was a risk when they traded for Darren Waller. Just because of the injury history. But people wasn't necessarily thinking about his mental history as Giants fans. Now Raiders fans, ones I've talked to, they knew about these things with Waller. So as a Giants fan, you can't be upset at a man that decides to hang it up. It's not like he's axing out from the Giants. He just needs to focus on life, which is more important than football. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Shout out to Darren Waller, man. I hope you get your situation together and everything works out for you and the rest of your career. I'm not mad at this player at all because and this is Father's Day, man. Life is life. We talk sports, but things go on behind the scenes that people don't necessarily take into consideration when it comes to football players and athletes in general. So, just to nip that in the bud, but pause. But we'll go ahead and move on, keep it moving. Let's get into a little training camp and let's talk about some of these possible position battles that could be going on in this upcoming camp. Now, the number one on everybody's mind is the second cornerback position. Now, on the news front, they signed Trey, was it Trey Hendon or Herndon from
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
they signed him, a veteran cornerback, so it gives you a little depth there. But, people are waiting to see what's going on with Gilmore. I personally think he's probably more likely to sign with a contending team, per se. I don't think the Giants are there as far as Super Bowl contending is concerned. But then again, he is familiar with Dable and Shane from Buffalo, so that might be an option, if the money's right. But the battle, as of right now, is between Flott, McLeod, and I'm guessing Trey Hawkins for CB2 going into this season right now. Of course, you got Deontay Banks. That's your number one corner. I think everybody feel pretty good about him going into year 2 based on what he did last year. But we still looking for somebody to solidify that second spot in this defense that Shane Bowen is building here. Coach, are you concerned with the CB2 spot? And if not, who do you think steps up and takes that position out of the 3 guys that I mentioned? And if I'm forgetting somebody, let me know. But those are the 3 that I'm pretty sure they're going to go into camp as of now, unless they sign somebody.
It's not a high level of concern for me. Let's put it like that. Is there, all right, what's going to happen there? How's it going to play out? How do they fit into the new system that we're going into? So it's just a level of concern, but, it's not a dire concern for me. I want to see how it plays out because, if we're playing more zone concepts, you know, does that fit into some of the skill sets that some of the guys do? And the zone can help them in that regard. So, and whether it's Flott, whether it's Hearn, whatever his name is, yeah, whatever it's him, McCain, if it's him, even if it's McLeod, sorry, even if it's Trey Hawkins, I mean, supposedly we have a boatload of cornerbacks. Now I'm not saying they're elite top name. And see, that's the thing. I'm not looking at top names. I'm looking at skill set. There have been so many guys throughout the course of the NBA's history who came out of nowhere because you got into the right system, and the right system helped pull out your talent. So, it's and I think that's what Shane is doing. He's not, okay, I got this extra money, let me go out and automatically grab somebody, just because you have a little bit of money. What do you have in camp first? So, and also, you don't know what's going to happen on other teams. Other teams may cut somebody, the situation arises that they have to make a change and they have to let someone go. And guess what? There's another player that you can possibly target. I forgot who it was last year. Signed to corner. Well, I'll use it like this. I'll look at Pittsburgh for argument's sake with Denver. Denver ate Russell Wilson's contract, and Pittsburgh signed him up for the minimum the veteran minimum. So it could be a situation like that. So it's too early to tell. But yes, there's a certain level of concern, but it's not a high level of concern.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we have to consider too with this DB room is the coaching, and that's Jerome Henderson. And a lot of times I sound like a broken record when I talk about Jerome Henderson. Because we have to understand we're talking about a position group. And the coach, correct me if I'm wrong, you're a football coach. The communication is key with your positional coach and your young players because of their learning technique in the NFL at the NFL level. They're learning, certain skills, how to process certain information. And the relationship between your positional coach is more direct than, maybe your defensive coordinator. I know the DC is involved, But we're talking about a positional coach, somebody that is consistently working with you on your technique and on your skill set. So that's why I mentioned Jerome Henderson so much when it comes to DBs. Not saying there's nothing. Shane Bourne is definitely going to be involved, but I'm looking at Jerome Henderson and his ability to get the most out of particularly younger players. Just going into, we thought Trey Hawkins was going to be a starter
Mm-hmm.
last year, and he just it just kind of waned a little bit, after game one. But that's a testament to Jerome Henderson. The only reason people feel somewhat comfortable with McLeod out there at CB2 is because Jerome Henderson has coached him up.
Mm-hmm.
He has coached Deonte Banks up to where we don't need to go spend money on a number one corner. So I'm looking at Jerome Henderson and I'm looking at Drew Phillips and that to man that spot in the slot. Him and Holmes, and for him to work something out at that cornerback spot, CB2 spot. Because if we're comfortable on one corner and then in the slot, we just need to figure out that one spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Jerome Henderson can figure that out between the three guys I named, even if they don't go and get a veteran corner. Now, if they get a vet, it just makes it a little more easier. You have a little less worry, a little less question. But again, I'm confident in Henderson to at least have us in position to where we're not out there, missing assignments and just looking crazy in the secondary.
No, I agree with you. You know, the position coach is extremely important. I mean, most fans don't think about position coaches in that regard because you see the head coach on TV, they're the ones at the podium. Then you hear about the coordinators, calling the games and
What's
so on and so
good,
forth. So,
Alex?
but the position coaches are the ones you're with every day. You know, um, not to make it sound funny, but they're married together, position coach and players. You know, so there is that level of um, familiarity, comfortability, communication, like you said. So yes, that's important to have. Good position coaches and ones who are able to connect with the players and identify their strengths and weaknesses and help coach up. What is needed for them to be a top player or a good player in the league.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's one of the battles. That's one of the battles that we've been talking about on defense. Now, there's been some rumbling in camp about Tyler Nubin not possibly not starting at safety. I don't see how that's how that's fair right now. Just given the fact that we still don't know how that's going to work out with him belting, and I'm guessing they're going to give Jalen Mills a shot at this job. I don't know. I don't really know where Jalen Mills fits in. Is he going to be more of a free safety if he makes the roster, or a slot corner? I know he's played different spots. Coach, do you have a grip on that at all about
Um,
Jalen Mills and how he fits
where he's
into all
going to
this?
play?
Yeah.
No, I mean he's a versatile player. So, you know, they've always talked about having players who are versatile. So, you know, where he starts out, that's a different story. But if he's going to start off safety, if he's going to be the box safety, if he's going to be the free safety, no, I don't know. I mean, I haven't studied his skill set to really sit down and say he's best suited here or there. as yet. So, and if they go three safeties, okay, that just means more than likely somebody's not playing in the slot.
Yeah.
Because that's ideally because I know they want to go with five defensive back, or I believe they want to go with five defensive backs. So that would be three safeties. Now, if they feel it's a corner, then that means you have two safeties on the field. So right now, and I get it. Um, it's hard to tell because we have a new defensive coordinator, and you have all the new talent or players. Let me not say talent as yet. We have new players, and we don't know how everyone is going to fit in to the scheme of things. So Jalen Mills, yeah, he's a veteran guy, but if he was that good, I mean, you can make the argument that, well, if he was really that good, then New England would have kept him. So
Yeah.
he was released for a reason. Whether it's a cap hit, but there's if you have talent, if they believe in you, they believe you're going to fit in their system. Teams are going to keep you. Sorry, that's just a reality. Money or not, they're going to keep you. So
Mm.
as best they can. I'm not going to say money or not. They're going to try and keep you. So what was the reason why Mills was let go? Is it strictly money, or was it they're looking at his skill set is starting to diminish? So
Yeah.
it's hard to know right now. It really is. So
Yeah, I know some people, in the Twitterverse that call Jalen Mills trash or whatever. To me, I wasn't hyped about the signing, but
hmm
I was just kind of like, well, at least he's a body pause that can fill a spot, a veteran. Um, but again, I personally, I like Dane Belton. I got him as a breakout. Um, if you watched the previous show,
hmm
so I think him and Newman, together with Pinnock can get it done at the safety spot. But that is something to monitor a little bit here. Now, the big bugaboo is the O line and what they're gonna do there, particularly at the two guard spots and right tackle. And I don't think it's a competition per se from where what I'm hearing, the way the Giants are putting it, but there's definitely three question marks. Um, and when you're a football team, or any team, you don't want to have you want to have it as least question marks as you can. And the Giants, they can't seem to figure out who they want to play at what spot on the offensive line. They can seemingly figure out damn near every other position on the football team as far as who's playing where, other than the O line. And the thing is, Neil has not been out there in OTAs. Um, Not a huge deal from somebody recovering from an injury. But at what point are we gonna stop with the the you know kind of beating around the bush, so to speak, with this O line? Like, we should be seriously putting these players in position to succeed on this O line so that they can start to gel, put hopefully at the start of training camp. Brian Dable tells us everybody in training camp is going to be ready to rock and roll. But we still don't know if Neil can play right tackle at average, consistent level. And we don't know honestly what you're going to get from um, Illuminor at the guard spot because he got a contract based on his ability to play right tackle because he excelled at that in his last few seasons in Oakland. Not on his ability to play guard. He got the contract based on him being highly regarded as a right tackle. I'm sick of the conversation, to be honest with you. I'm at the point where I'm sick of this old offensive line musical chairs as much as I'm sick of people talking about Daniel Jones. So again, why are we still unsettled on the offensive line? I need this to stop. Just put the guys out there, and if they suck, okay, we know they suck. Pause and let's get them out of here. Let's redo this whole thing. Just blow the whole thing up outside of Thomas and Smiths, if that's the case. It's going on 12 years, y'all, where our offensive line has not been anywhere close to average. I am out of patience with this. People want to talk about the quarterback. Daniel Jones only been here for 5 years. We've been bad on the O-line for 12. Since 2011. And that O-line wasn't even that great from a run blocking standpoint. And they won a Super Bowl. I am tired of these O-line conversations. And the Giants just keep making it, I don't know. They just keep getting in their own way, it seems like. Just let the guys play their positions. Stop making it hard because you want to appease your draft pick. That's my rant today. Thank y'all for tuning in to Giants Conversations. Coach, go ahead. Talk your talk.
You know how I am with the offensive line, bro.
Mm-hmm. I know. I gotta get it out though, and I know you're gonna respond, and I respect you. You know your shit. You're a football coach, so I want to hear what you gotta say.
I'm see because this is early and this is OTAs and mini camp. That's why I don't put much great emphasis on anything here because they're not hitting. Offensive line, you need to hit. I'm sorry, that's the best way to develop. You can go up against pads, you can go up against the sleds. They can help you with certain techniques, yes. But nothing's going to help you if you're going up against another body who's pushing back against you and now trying to change you and move you from your spot, and you're trying to move them from their spot. Nothing. There's not a damn thing.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What do they work on usually in OTAs with the linemen? Since they're not hitting, they have to be working on something. What is it they're more focused on since they're not able to hit?
Well, you work on your technique. You're working on the technique. That's why I said you can do the sleds, you can do pads. You work on the mental part with meetings. You look at film, you go over all that. You have new guys coming into your system, coming from another system. You have college kids coming from a college system. So it's like a ramp up. It's a ramp up. So those are some of the things that you do early in every process and at any level, whether it's youth football all the way up to the pros. You start slow. And that's how I look at OTAs and minicamps. They're not allowed to hit. They're not allowed to wear pads. So right there, that tells me that's more walkthroughs. And when I say walkthroughs, you start out with nothing in front of you, and you may put some garbage cans or little things to identify target areas, and you walk to on the offensive line where you're supposed to be. Little things like that. Then you ramp it up into, where you end up getting to 11 on 11s, but you're really not hitting. The offensive line is just, mirroring for the most part. Sometimes the defensive line may get there, and even the coach will tell you, let them finish the pass, let them finish the pass. So you just simulate like you're going to make a sack, put pressure, sack the quarterback, but you still let the quarterback throw the ball. Sometimes you'll let receivers still catch even though the defensive back is there. Sometimes the defensive back will make a play. So that's all it is with OTAs and mini camps. With the offensive line, that's what it is. If you notice, you see them on the sleds. You see them going up against the pads. You don't see them lining up against the defensive line and you're fighting one on one and doing those drills individually. No, you can't, because you can't do that collectively. So it's a slow process for me. So once we start training camp, then we can start to elevate the level of concern, and then preseason games will give you a whole lot more before the season starts. So, and I know
So,
fans don't want to hear that. I know you may not want to hear that because you want things fixed right away, and I get it. Don't think I don't want the offensive line fixed. I want it fixed, but I also I'm also of trusting the process, because I'll say this point blank: if I don't trust the process, I'm totally out, and that means I'm going to say get everybody the fuck out of here. That then I'll even go for as far as get the owners out of here. And I know that's a little delusional and it's not realistic, but when I'm tapped out, that's how I am. So I don't want to go that far because for me for me then it's doom and gloom. For me, I'll be honest, it is.
let me get to a couple comments in the chat. Appreciate y'all, man. Happy Father's Day to all y'all, man. Whether you're a dad or you hanging out with your dad, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Just throwing the earbud in and or wherever you doing, man, and listening to me and Coach, man. Definitely, man. Coach Dave says can't really speak on starting or not starting until people are wearing pads. But I asked Coach that what they work on for a reason, because if they're working on technique, which Evan Neal Evan Neal, we know he's strong. Like, with this is not, to me, it's not a physical thing to me to where I need to see him, put hands on somebody or something like that. I need to see his footwork. I need to see his technique, his hand placement. You know what I'm saying? So again, I know a lot of that's gonna come with the pads. But again, I wish he was out there right now. I really wish he was out there right now, getting used to the offensive lineman. And I've heard from beat reporters like he's not even tapped in with the other linemen. Like he's kind of off by himself. So again, I don't have a comfortable feeling about this player. I really don't. And I'm not real analytical, but I do have intuition. And I've been right a lot of times. So, I don't feel good about Neal's prospect as a right tackle. And I kind of wish they would move on sooner rather than later, because so much success rests on his development. Go ahead,
let me ask you, because you just said something. You said he's not tapped in, he's off on his own. Okay?
Well, that's what the beat reporters are reporting. It ain't me. I'm
I don't mean you. I don't mean
Renan and Leonard and all these other player reporters. So take it for what it is. I'm just saying what I'm hearing, and nothing I'm hearing is good about Evan Neal from anybody. None of this is good. There's nothing positive coming right now about Evan Neal. Whether it's his development or anything that he's done in the off season, or there's nothing for me to say, okay, maybe things are gonna be different. And the fact that he's not even practicing when he's one of the main guys that need to take a step forward this year, and you need to feel good about, if you want to feel good about this team, I'm concerned.
Okay.
But finish what you was gonna say.
Okay. When I was talking about being off on his own, because when I hear that, and these beat writers, I take them as far as I can scratch my ass. I'm going to be honest with you, because they may see football and they have a certain level of understanding, but they don't understand the intricate aspects of it. Now, when you say he's off on his own, is he off on his own doing his own thing? Working on certain drills. Then that's what he's supposed to do. Now they're probably taking it slow with him coming back from an injury. So
Yeah,
that's
that's what's being reported. Yeah, for
and
sure.
then you know what? I don't have an issue with that. I really don't
Wells,
because
what's good, brother? Happy Father's Day
Mr.
to you too.
Wells, when they do that, yes, he's going to be off on his own, but you also don't want to put him out there. God forbid he runs into someone, whatever the case. What's up, Lou?
Father's Day, fellas. Out here with the
Thank
boys
you.
at the park.
I got you, man.
All right.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Dico, dico.
Put him on the swing. There you go. That's
Dude.
kids. Look at that face. Look at that face. Yeah, he
Look like his pops.
Oh, of
gonna,
course.
gonna have the need for speed when he gets older, man.
Oh, nah, this one over here. This one over there. You see him?
Mm-hmm. So
Steering
he,
wheel. Boy,
I
crazy.
got you. I got you. I got you. But that's good, man. Great, happy Father's Day to you, man. That's great,
Hey,
job.
coach, you missed a good leather to the face last night, man.
All I can say, it was well worth it for me to miss it.
I know that's
Yeah,
right. Hey,
we talked about it, man. When we opened, man. I shouted you out. I told you, man, it was one of the most incredible things I've witnessed on a stream. You know what I'm saying? And just me doing content. It was truly incredible, man. 11 consecutive correct fight predictions, round, type how it's gonna happen, and everything, man. Shout out to G Nation Inside Sports, Leather to the Face,
nah,
Saturday
shout out
night.
to the Big Blue Crew Sports
Definitely
Network.
go
We
tap
all
in, man.
we all nice in what we do.
Yeah, man. But you got it this time, Lou. You got it, bro. Ain't nothing else I can say. You got it, man.
But coach said it was well worth it, so I take it was some sprinkling going on. You heard? Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Happy Father's Day to you too, Mosley, man. Appreciate y'all
Yeah,
tapping
happy
in.
Father's Day, Mosley. Look, all I can say,
Yeah,
Lou, is
11 to 0.
all I can say, Lou, is grown folks handle grown folks business.
I know that's right.
All
Hey,
right.
look,
So,
while Tank was beating him up, coach was beating up the
hey,
poontang. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
hey, 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 let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not talk about it now.
Yeah.
Okay, a gentleman never tells. I respect it.
Let's leave it
All right.
behind closed doors. So, but
All right. Let's
getting back
let's get back on topic.
no, but I mean, I get your concern and what you're saying and what you want to do. And you know what? The fans who feel that way, I do get it. I do get it. But you know what? The coach in me is trying to be patient and trust the process. I also understand playing offensive line still takes time. Whether you want to say they you want the speed ramped up. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, go watch college football. They do not teach these offensive linemen how to block. They really don't. And when they have to learn that when they get to the NFL. And Evan Neal, injuries are a problem. So yes, you want to be justified with the best availability. The best ability is availability. So I will always agree with that. But in the same token, I see the talent there. I see the skill set. I don't think he was properly coached. Once I really understood what Bobby Johnson was doing, and this coach, I've heard so many great things. So that's why I'm like, I can't sit here and say, oh, bump him inside to guard now, and let's move on and put light skin, whatever y'all call him, put him there
Light skin
at
Jermaine. Yeah.
yeah at right tackle. Right now you know what, you never know. Now it's still a young time for him, so
Hmm.
that's where I'm different, and I get it. You guys, how you fan and how you feel, you justify. That's what we like.
He's trying to climb up the
Yeah.
sled.
So,
Um, I think what Jerry says right here, they trying to make sure Neil is fully healthy so they
hmm
can properly evaluate him. So the excuse
hmm
that he's still injured is not a factor. Again, are we waiting for the O line coach to evaluate him? Because I'm sure Kafka, Dable, and the other coaches that are returning, I'm sure they got solid information and evaluation on Evan Neal here so far. So um, I don't know if you can trust this evaluation process to go into this season and not turn out well, and then here you are kind of like, okay, what do we do now? Now we moving Illuminor. Now we doing musical chair situation because of one player. And I understand everybody wants to give him a chance because he's a high draft pick, man. But look, that will burn you, man. If you fail to move on, when the time is time.
And it could also burn you if you move too quickly, man.
True.
It can really burn you. So it goes both ways. So you got to be fair with that.
True.
So and Jermaine wants to try at left guard. I heard him with his interview.
He just wants to start. He's
He
doing
just-
whatever they asking him to do, and the reason he's not going to start at right tackle, where I think he's better suited to play, is because Evan Neal is here, and everybody has to wait on him to get healthy and go out there and fucking block somebody. And I'm just tired of it, yo.
You know what? I get you. You're tired of it.
Like, you already got a guy you know can play, but you want to wait.
Do you know? But do you know he? Whoa. You know he could play under the Raider system. You don't know if he can play under
That's the
this.
system we playing under.
No,
Blocking
we're not.
wise, it's Carmen Basillo. That's his old
Well,
coach.
wait a minute. See, that's a mistake that everyone makes. This is not Carmen Basilio's system.
This is not his blocking scheme.
Let me finish, bro. This Carmen Basilio is teaching him techniques. The system is a Dable system. So, and what I mean by that is, let's say for argument's sake, you're running a system where you're doing more zone blocking. Now, you pull a guy who plays well at another system who does well in power. That's totally two different schemes and techniques that you're teaching. That's why I get what you're saying. Don't say it's Brasilio's system. Now, Brasilia is going to teach him certain techniques. He needs to understand the schemes that Dable and Kafka are presenting so he can teach him the techniques to use in that system. So there's a difference there. That's why I say, you know what, I got to see what this coach is going to do in terms of teaching. Yes, Dable and Kafka have been there. They're going to give him what information that in terms of how they coach and what they have seen from him. He's going to look at film. Now, he's going to have a big input. Now, if he says coming in, Neal can't handle that. No, you guys have been trying, but he can't do it. It's obvious he believes that Neal can do something. There is something. I'm telling you, I see something there. And I'm not even in the meeting rooms or whatever, but there's little things that I can pick up on. I get the frustration. I get the tiredness from fans and from you, NYG. And that's justifiable, and that's human nature. Me,
12 years, coach.
See, that's the thing. You're putting 12 years. This is not the same system for 12 years.
But they all do the same thing, though.
No, they don't. These are different systems.
None of them get it right, though. So
Okay.
what is wrong with the Giants?
So are we talking about the same systems that are failing, or are we just saying that we've
they
been
all different
choices?
systems. I'm saying the Giants can't seem to get 5 guys in here that can block consistently at a average level in the NFL for 12 years now, and I just running out of patience with the whole guessing game. Like, get guys in here, let them gel, and let's block people.
How do you
Instead
do
of this,
that?
if, ands, and buts, because we want to, cross our fingers and wait for this guy who hasn't shown us fucking shit, excuse my language, in 2 years on the field, and he's injured again, not practicing, in a critical year for this franchise.
Is he injured again, or are they taking precautions? I see
They saying they taking precautions.
Okay.
I don't know, because it looked like he was going to come back for a minute from what everybody was saying and actually start taking reps, and then they when the mini camp said, they said no, he's off on the, he's not going to be practicing. So again, it could be one or the other. It could be both, a combination of both. I don't know. My situation, my feeling on it is this. You need to figure it out ASAP. We not rolling the dice on this season.
And you know what? I guess how you look at it and how I look at it are two different things. Then,
I
and I
know,
guess
I
we're
know.
not going we're not going to come to an agreement on that.
We
I'll
ain't
be
gonna agree on this one because
no,
I'm
because
done with
I
Evan Neal.
mean,
I
to
am.
me, to when you say we're scrapping the system, I don't see us scrapping the system or taking. I don't, but I see a young player who's going into his third season that needs to be developed. I mean, if you had quote unquote an elite quarterback and he was making some mistakes, been injured, whatever, but you see talent, you're still going to give him the opportunity in year three, no matter what. But because it's Evan Neal, and yes, he's played poorly at times. But now we just want to scrap him and move him inside to guard, and that's it. You don't even know if he can play guard. Now you want to talk about it as far as it
That's
being and
true.
having issues,
That's true. And
having issues
it
with.
might be time to move on from him altogether. To be
But
honest with you,
my
because
point,
you're right.
but that's
We don't
my
know if
whole
we can play
point.
guard.
You don't know you're worrying about quickness off the edge. There is quickness on the inside. There
You're right.
is there
You're right.
and it's even closer and it's even faster. That's the other thing you don't realize. It's faster on the inside than it is on the outside. And you're saying okay, or people are saying not you just alone. So I don't want to make it seem like it's only you. Move him inside to guard, and that's it. And the only reason why people are saying that because they saw what's his name leave the Giants to go play guard with Washington, and they figure,
Eric
oh,
Flowers.
that's
Yeah.
that's the way to go. No, that's not. That's it. Because look at the history of the NFL. Look at the history. You want to talk about 12 years? Then go through the history of the offensive line in the NFL with every damn team. Show me that. Show me situations that doesn't justify what you're saying and doesn't justify what I'm saying. Right now, I'm just waiting. If they're taking precautions, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm not ready to go doom and gloom because I just told you, if I go doom and gloom, bro, I'm tapped out. I'm tapped out. I'm all the way tapped out.
I get it. I get it. Let me shout out the chat here for a little bit. Jacob, what's good? What you got? Big Dash in the chat. Says Coach got a
Buddy,
soft spot for Neil.
I don't got a
Understandable.
soft spot for Neil. No, 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 no. I see talent. See, that's the thing. I don't care. I don't give two shits about the player. I give two shits about the New York Football Giants. And Dash, I don't. I know you don't mean it maliciously, but I do take that offensively because as a coach, as a coach, I can't have a soft spot. I can't have favorites because then you lose credibility. And fuck a player. I'm not losing my damn credibility over no damn player. I don't even give a fuck if it was LT.
Yeah. And that's this another good point Dash makes. Like why ain't there like a legit competition? Like
That's
why
it's a
why
story.
not put what's the other guy's name? Zulu at left guard and then Runyon at right guard and just let Illuminor and Neil battle it out for right tackle.
The other issue, dude, that as we just
Because then it's legit. If he wins the job, then it's
but
legit.
are we competing in minicamp and OTAs? You want a competition in OTAs or you want that competition in training camp? I want competition.
Well, it's
in
got to
training
happen
camp.
in training camp, coach.
Exactly.
In OTA.
I'm not worried about right now.
But
See,
we don't even look, man. I don't. I'm really questioning if this guy's really healthy at a period, point blank period. Now I understand you, but again, man,
I'm sorry.
I have questions, man, but I don't want to harp on the Evan Neal thing. We can be all day arguing this because until I see otherwise, I'm not moving off this stance.
No, look, I don't want you to.
You gotta prove it to me, yo. Word up.
No, exactly. He gotta justify one of our arguments. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's too early to know. Says won't be good in 6 weeks. I can't wait 6 weeks. I need him to show something soon. Like we need to hit the
Well, we
ground.
got 6
training
weeks
camp
until
running.
training camp. How you gonna
Right,
see
we need
something
to hit. What I'm saying is we need to hit the ground running in training camp. I need all these
But he
guys.
can't do it. What can he? Okay, NYG.
According to Dable, he's saying that they will. They all supposed to be ready. So either Dable's lying
No.
about what's going on. If he doesn't, if Neil is not out there in training camp day one, I smell
Okay.
funk.
What I'm saying,
I heard him on the interview say everybody's supposed to be on track to be ready to go training camp.
Well, wait a minute, NYG. First things first. You expect the coach to tell you the truth, tell you everything from the get go. he's not gonna put his cards on the table. But let me not even talk about that.
His
You
cards,
said
training,
you
people
said you
being ready
can't
for
wait six
training
weeks.
camp don't got nothing to do with his
No,
cards,
wait.
coach. We
You
talking about
said you
practice.
can't
Remember?
wait. Okay, six. What I'm trying to get to, when you say you want him to be ready, right now they can't do anything with the players. Am I correct? Is my understanding they can, collectively these 6 weeks they can't. You said you can't wait 6 weeks. You want him running now. So what? In other words, you want him to do the work
Well,
himself
I
to go
mean,
out there and
like
get ready.
as far as training camp, like right now, I know they're off. So I'm saying, like when they get to training camp, like I was referring to 6 weeks, thinking that he was saying back to the comment that he was saying like we gotta wait like 6 weeks into the season. I'm like, nah, bro, we not
Oh, oh,
waiting six
oh,
weeks
oh! I
into the
thought
season, bro.
I'm taking
But
it 6 weeks till training because that's what it is. We have 6 weeks before training camp starts,
yeah,
right?
nah, man. But we go into training camp, they need to be ready to go. I
Okay.
don't need him off to the side riding a bike.
No, no, don't think I'm saying that either. Please don't think I'm saying that. I'm not saying he needs to be out there competing for his job. Yes, I'm with you 1 trillion% there. Okay, and everyone who's saying they want competition, I don't have an issue with that. Competition brings out the talent in players.
Yeah.
I'm just against. You know what? From day one, just move him inside the guard. If you want to say cross train him, I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with that
But
too.
and that's the thing. It seems and appears, and we're gonna have to move on, that they're just handing him the position. Like, here you go, it's yours, and if you lose it, we'll just figure out what to do later. Like,
I see
that's
it like
whack,
that.
bro.
I guess I see it differently. All right.
It kind of seems that way though, because they're I don't know. We'll see if they give him some competition in training camp. But let me catch up the chat
Maybe you're
here.
right.
Says we
Maybe
know
you're
he can
right.
play tackle guard. Is this second chance? Yeah, basically. I understand not rushing him in if the injury situation. Yeah, we don't want him to be hurt. But what I'm
Okay.
saying is, you know, I would have felt a little more comfortable if he at least got out there and took some team reps. Um, yeah, we haven't done team. Neil needs the reps. He's not getting them right now. That's the problem. It's not doom and gloom because you already got the replacement. Yeah, I mean, I think they can figure it out, but it, and Illuminor talked about like wanting to stay in one spot. Like he doesn't want to be bounced around. Yeah, he's do it because he seems like a good teammate, but he wants to play one spot so he can lock down that spot. And he talked about that. But if Neil doesn't work out, guess what? He's gonna have to move, and it just messes up the whole chemistry. Um, yeah, 4 games. I'm not giving him 4 games, but competition.
Mm.
Um, yeah. If he hasn't shown improvement by that, he needs to sit. Yeah, I don't think he's
They're
at
done.
that point. I think he's probably gone. I kind of agree with Coach. I don't. They probably not gonna move him to guard. They'll probably just trade him. If it don't work out here, let him heal completely. But right now he's not ready. He couldn't even make it through walkthroughs and OTAs. You expected him to make it through camp. Yeah, that's the
Mm.
question. That's the question, man. That's why I question it. I don't know if he's really, really, really healthy. And then you talking about him making it through training camp and then preseason games and then being ready to go. When we still didn't even know if he's really, really healthy or not. If he doesn't look good, yeah, definitely. Uh,
Mm.
it's not day one though. Yeah, exactly, man. This guy's not a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what we gotta understand. We're not talking about a rookie here, but let's move on. I want to talk about some history here a little bit, and let me see. Let me
Mm.
turn.
He came back to
I
win.
want to talk about the top wide receivers in Giants history. Now, we've been talking a lot about Malik Neighbors and Wandale Robinson in training camp and Jalen Hyatt, and how good they can be. It's all potential. It's all. hearsay right now, so on and so to speak. But that got me thinking about some of the great wide receivers, just in particular Giants history. You know what I'm saying? Everybody compares him to Odell Beckham Jr., you know, with the one-handed catches and all that stuff. But Giants have had some damn good receivers in their history, man. And I wanna go through it real quick and give you some stats, some numbers, and some different things, so we can kind of get a feel to like who is, you know, the top 5, top 10 receivers, or whatever you want to call it. You know, just conversation. I thought it'd be cool, you know, off the mini camp where Malik Neighbors was wowing people and everybody's so hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some of these other receivers for a second here. Now, first guy I want to bring up is Mr. Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz, man. Where's my notes here? I took notes on this. Victor Cruz has 370-plus yard receiving seasons. So 3 seasons where he caught 70-plus passes. He had 2 seasons where he got over 8 touchdowns. And he had 2,000-yard receiving seasons. Now, Victor Cruz, I'm going to just give you his career stats here. 303 total receptions, 4,549 yards, had 15 yards per reception, 25 career touchdowns, and of course he had that 99-yard receiving receiving catch. Yeah, he had 2,000-yard receiving seasons in 2011 and 2012, and he had 1 year, 2013, where he was damn near he was 2, and that sucks, 2 yards from 1,000 yards. He had 998 yards, 4 TDs. Victor Cruz, if you look in Giants history, he is, and I know I teased some of this with trivia, he is 11th from as far as yards is concerned. He ranks 12th in receptions, and he ranks 17th in touchdowns. Victor Cruz, when people sleep, that dude was nice. What hurts Victor Cruz in this discussion for greatest receivers in Giants history is his longevity. Victor Cruz only played, where's he at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. In the first season, he didn't even do anything because he played 3 games. So he really only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons of prime production for the Giants. So I think the longevity aspect hurts Victor Cruz. But again, I think he's one of the top receivers in Giants history. I think he belongs in this discussion. Is he the best? Probably not. We're going to talk about some others, but I think he definitely belongs in this conversation. What's your thoughts on that, Coach?
First things first, and I do apologize for not saying this earlier. To my brother Dash, man, I loved that video of your top 10 current Giants players, man. If y'all haven't seen it, I strongly suggest y'all go watch it, man. Seriously, man.
And shout out to Dash, man. Definitely go sub to Dash. Yeah. I know most people are that are sub to me, you know, because we all Giants community here. But if you're not, if you're here for the first time witnessing this channel, please go sub to Big Dash Knows. One of the best YouTube content creators out there when it comes to the New York Giants, man. Definitely one of my favorites. You know, I watch pretty much every video he puts out. So shout out to Dash, man. Definitely, you know, you fam Dash, man, and appreciate your support as well on my channel.
Always. Now, getting back to Victor Cruz, um, he is one of he is one of the best Giants receivers that is out there. Yes, injuries played a big role in him not being moved up higher in terms of rankings. Whoever ranks him, wherever you rank him, because he has the talent, he has the drive to have been, if he played complete all his years, to probably have been in the top three in terms of New York
I
Giants
know.
receivers. I mean, he's that good, and people sleep on him because he played in Patterson at high school ball, and because he went to UMass and he was undrafted, and if I remember, he was cut by the Jets initially before the Giants picked him up. So the perception is he's a scrub, to use the Stephen A word, but he ain't no scrub. Victor Cruz is definitely at least in the top 10 as far as Giants wide receivers. So I agree with that.
Yeah, man. No doubt, man. I had to throw Victor Cruz in this conversation, man. Outstanding what he did in that 2011 season, helping the Giants win the Super Bowl. And speaking of Super Bowls, man, another great Giant who went to the Super Bowl. Probably should have went to 2 Super Bowls had he not done some stupid shit. I'm talking about Plaxico Burress. Plaxico Burress, man. So let me give you Plax's numbers here. Plax, he had 2 70-plus receiving yard seasons, 2 years over 8 touchdowns. He had 2,000-yard receiving seasons and had 15.1 yards per catch. Now, let me give you where you at, Plaxico Burress. So just with the Giants, remember he played for Pittsburgh too. So but just with the Giants,
Okay, thank you.
he had in 2005 he had 12,000 yards.
12,000.
1,200 over 1,200.
I was like, wait, what the hell did I miss?
I don't know, man. I'm tripping. But in 2006 he almost had 1,000 yards. In 2007 had 988. 2007 he had over 1,000 yards, and of course the shortened 2008 season only had 454 yards, but had double-digit touchdowns in 06 and 07. Had 7 TDs in 05. Now, as far as Giants history is concerned, and I like this because they're only going to give you his stats with the Giants, so that's pretty cool. He had 3,000 yards, 3,681 yards with the Giants, 33 touchdowns. The 3,681 yards puts him 20th. But remember, again, he played for Pittsburgh too. I will give you his total stats here in a second. But he had his 33 touchdowns is 9th in Giants history. That's just with the Giants. So, and his 244 receptions is 18th in Giants history. Now that was only a 3-year period, y'all. So, but overall, Burress's numbers, his career numbers is 553 receptions, 8,499 yards. His TDs, touchdowns, he had 64 career touchdowns. And yeah, so again, man, Plaxico Burress, man, I feel like he's one of those what could have been type deals. Only lasted 3 seasons here, but at the height of it, he was one of the most prolific receivers in Giants history, man. Of course, the peak is that Super Bowl in 2007. Thoughts on Plaxico and is he rightfully does he rightfully belong as one of the top receivers in New York Giants history?
Taking out the stupidness of what caused him to miss time with the Giants and eventually the Giants move on from him, his impact on the field and what he's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna get to him,
Yeah,
Iman.
he does deserve to be in consideration to be considered one of the top Giants receivers all time. What is his yards per catch? What's the average?
For his career or
Yeah,
just with
no,
the
for with
Giants?
the Giants. When he was with the Giants, what's the average reception?
Just with the Giants, let me see.
Isn't it
Yards
like
per reception. There
isn't
it
it about
is.
15? Isn't it 14?
It is.
No, it's not that high.
Oh no, it's 15.1.
Okay, so it was 15 what I was thinking. Okay. So
15.1.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he definitely deserved because I usually that's usually my target mark around 14 to 16 tells me you're definitely a productive wide receiver. You're not just, short yardage,
Yeah,
you're
getting little
stretching the
flat
field.
passes and.
Yeah, you're stretching the field, a little
Mhm.
bit more, in that regard. So yeah, to be considered in Giants history with that type of average and the impact he had leading us to the Super Bowl. See, that's the other factor. I
Mhm.
mean, I factor in all of that.
Yeah.
That Green Bay game tells you everything you need to know about his impact. And it's just that if he didn't shoot himself in the leg, we would have had him here much longer. If not, his career ended up with the Giants. So yeah, he does deserves to be in consideration. On the lower spectrum, yes, not in the upper echelons.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. I definitely agree with you there, Coach. Um, and if only, if only that man could have not did what he did, man. I think we win another Super Bowl. Um,
I think probably win more than one. I mean, maybe I'm being greedy, maybe I'm being too much of a homer, too
mhm,
delusional, but
mhm.
I think you
Yeah,
probably.
because I think to your point though, I think if he doesn't do that, he probably stays. He probably gets a contract, and
Yep.
we probably go into 2011. It probably is different. Maybe we don't have Nixon Cruz. Maybe it's Plax and somebody else. But definitely, I think he still could have been a productive receiver at that point, man, because he was only,
Sorry.
let me see, in that
See what?
2011 season, he was, and it usually show his age. Oh yeah, there it is. He was 20, yeah, he was 31 in '08.
Mm-hmm.
So
He
yeah,
was young.
he was still
He
his
was in
prime.
his prime, exactly.
Hmm. Most definitely, man. But all right, let's move on. Next one on the list is
Let me
this
ask
is
you.
a
Let me just make sure. These are just your considerations. This is not positioning. You're not doing 10, 9, 8 right down.
no,
Okay,
no.
just want to make sure.
I'm just having the conversation. I
Mm-hmm.
got something in mind where I list them, and I'm gonna make it. Kind of talk to you about it. I'm gonna make it more like a
Mm-hmm.
game show, where I list that my actual rankings. But I'm just having a discussion here about what receivers should be in consideration for top receivers in Giants history. Like just in considerations because you know we've had a lot of running backs that have been well regarded receivers too. Fuckhead, Barkley, Tiki, Frank Gifford, but I'm just talking about the receivers because we hyped up about this receiver group going into this season. So I want to see
Let me. You just said.
measuring up our young group to some of the greats. This is kind of what I'm trying to do here. But go
No,
ahead,
hold
what
on,
you were
hold on.
saying?
I want to ask you something because you just said something that's very interesting because that's the debate. Because you talk, it's about Frank Gifford. Because you said he's a running back. Double check with the Giant. The Giant. I think
What did he play?
He
Was he
played wing back. He played wing back, which is
that
like a
was
slot receiver.
so old, man.
Yeah, no, I
He
know.
wasn't
Back
listed
then,
as an actual wide receiver though.
and he wasn't listed as a running back. He was listed as a wing back. And a wing back is it's a combination running back and wide receiver.
So a scat back.
If you want to say scat back, but he could line up in the slot. He could line up on the
I
wing.
mean,
He could line up in
a
the
lot of
backfield.
them can do that too.
Yeah, so that's why.
If you want to split hairs, since that's so long ago, and then if you want to throw him in there, I can do that,
No,
and
no,
I'll give you his stats here in a second. But I was actually a
you're a
little
wide receiver.
fuzzy on that, as if he was actually a wide receiver.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm only saying that because we may run into a debate where people say, "Well, he was really a wide receiver."
And that's fine. Yeah, I'll entertain that. You know what I'm saying? And feel free to educate me because that was well before my time.
Like,
I
before
am
my
not
time.
going cap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm with you. It was before my time, and I was just like, I remember them saying he was a wing back, and he was a combo as a running back and a wing back, and I think he played quarterback too.
Yeah, that dude was
He was
all over the place. Yeah.
exactly. But go ahead, continue what you're doing, man. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so we're gonna get into Hakeem Nicks, man. Welcome G Nation back to the show, man.
How many wide receivers have you gone through so far?
We started off with your boy Victor Cruz. And
He
then
was
we
the
went
first
to
mention?
the first mention. Yeah, I mentioned him first. Then we went to Plaxico. Now we on Knicks. And
Salsa. Salsa.
I gotta get through a few more, man, because we do have a good history of wide receivers here. Nice.
That's
Who made
him.
that for you?
Uh, uh, this dude I used to unload trucks with at UPS.
Okay. All right, let's get into Hakeem Nicks here. Mr. Hakeem Nicks, he had, what do I got here? Nicks had 2,000-yard receiving seasons. He had 2 receivings over 70-plus receptions, one season with over 8-plus touchdowns, and I think he had 8.5 yards per target. Let me see. Let me make sure I got that.
He was
right.
clutch, man.
Yeah, Nicks was one of my favorites just as a player. He
They did
definitely-
him dirty in Indianapolis, but that dude was a good
did
receiver.
did some good things for the Giants, man. But let me give you his numbers real quick. If I can find it. Okay. So
I will be dropping a video right after this with some breaking news that nobody knows about yet. That's gonna, make some waves. But go ahead, please continue.
nah, you good. So Knicks, as far as his career. Now it's being slow. Okay. My bad. I'm trying to find it. Okay, he had 5,081 yards for his career. He had 31 touchdowns. Like I said, 8.2 yards per target. And I mean, 14.3 yards per reception and 356 receptions. So Hakeem Nicks. Now, as far as the Giants, let me go back to the Giants' history here. Hakeem Nicks is 9th in yards. He is 11th in receptions. And yeah, because when it don't show the receiving yards per reception as far as rank. But again, 6 years with the Giants. Of course, at the peak of it, him and Cruz, man, 2011, man, got us a chip. What is y'all thoughts on Hakeem Nicks, and does he rightfully belong in this conversation?
There's no doubt about Nick. There's no doubt about it. Even though he played for North Carolina, there's no doubt.
I don't hate. I don't hate.
Nah, but no, seriously, man. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we all know if you're a true Giants fan and you watched that time, you knew he was that dog. You knew it, and he wasn't boisterous or he wasn't demonstrative.
Yeah,
He
no.
played with a confidence that yeah, I'm going up over you. I'm going to juke you. I'm going to make you look stupid, and I'm just going to walk back to the huddle with a smile on my face, and you're going to know that you got your ass smacked. So. Yeah, he to me, yes, he definitely belongs here.
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts, Lou, about Knicks?
Knicks was a dog, bro. And I'm gonna say something that's not even football related, but he reminds me of Young Buck in the face. Him and Young Buck resemble each other a lot. G Unit. Um,
Yeah.
but nah, yeah, Knicks was dependable, bro. If nothing else, if I had to use one word to describe him,
Good
he was
call.
dependable, bro. Dependable. When you needed him to make a catch and you targeted him, he made the catch. Case in point, that Hail Mary going into halftime against Green Bay to extend the lead in the NFC Championship
Yeah.
against Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
That deflated him going into the halftime. That took all the fight out of them. That was the nail in the coffin. That play. And there was three other Giants receivers there and five DBs. And Knicks came down with that ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. With Knicks being here, man, because Knicks was Knicks was the perfect complement to Cruz, man.
Oh yeah, they was a
they was
perfect tandem.
perfect tandem, bro, man. So, um, gotta show that, gotta show that some love. Now, we'll get into another receiver here. People might not talk about a lot, but Homer Jones.
Yeah, I know
Homer
I'm prepping
Jones. I
you,
knew
Vince.
Iman mentioned him in the chat.
Yeah, you had
And
him in your trivia question. Trip me up with that one, dirty son of
yeah,
a.
Homer Jones, man. Check this dude's stats out though, bro. Homer Jones had 3,000-yard receiving seasons. Had 22.6 yards per reception. Um,
In a league that wasn't a passing league. Keep that in
yeah,
mind.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't have as many receiving receptions as you mentioned because they wasn't passing the ball as much. But let me go to his ranks here. He is sixth all time on the Giants list for receiving yards at 4,845. Um, he is let's see, he is sixth in touchdowns with 35, and receptions he is a
Sixth
little
in
bit
all-time Giants with 35 or
all
sixth in just
time,
receivers?
all time as far as receivers are concerned.
Okay, just receivers. Okay.
Um, yeah, receiving TDs actually, because he's actually in there with some running backs, but receiving TDs period. So, but we just talking about receivers. I didn't want to mix the backs in there,
No,
but
I just wanted to know if
yeah,
the touchdown stood for just receivers or all positions.
yeah, it's all positions actually, but as far let me go back and look. If I'm counting the receivers, he's one, two, I think third. Yeah. No, fourth. And as far as yards, that would put him one, two, three, third. Um, so yeah, man, this cat was nice, man. Back in the '60s, played from '64 to '69.
Thank you.
I
Man, and those were bad years for us too. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah, those were part of that wilderness period or whatever. But give me y'all thoughts on Homer Jones, man. I watched some old school footage of him play, and I mean,
Look,
it's
I
good.
know, I know you'll get some arguments when they'll say he didn't play against the schemes that some of the other ones did, which is fair. But you made, as Lou made the perfect point. He played in a heavy run era, so to be able to do that and produce at that level, tells you how great of a player he is. Y'all can kill me, but I think he's the best Giants receiver ever. That's me.
Ooh.
Now
That's me.
listen, that's that. I can't even be mad at you for that
I
because when
like
you
I like that unpopular opinion. I really do. Yeah, hit that like button.
I can't even be mad at you for that because when you look at it realistically, like we just said, he did this in a time where it wasn't a passing league, and
Mm.
he's on the list amongst Plaxico, Armani Toomer, Victor Cruz, Odell Beckham. These guys
Wait a minute.
will be household names for the rest of our generation. So
Look.
when you put that dude's name alongside there and you line up the stats and what he was able to do in a totally different football era, you can't argue with the statement you just made.
Look at the yards per reception history wise, and not just the Giants, the NFL. That's why I'm saying this. To me, when you really look at it and you think about it,
He
he
was
was
fast. Yeah,
he was
Lucas.
fast, and he was definitely
Like
because
you
I
watch
also
that
look at,
old school 60 tape, you see that
yeah,
dude. Like you can tell there's a clear speed difference on the
yeah.
film because you know that's that old grainy film. And it's like, who is that dude? That dude's running past everybody. Like, yeah, that was Homer Jones.
And the thing about it is, if you put him in this area with that ability and teach him and have him go up again, he's going to do the same thing. It's transfer, and that's why to me he's been one of my favorite Giants receivers of all time. Sorry, he's number one for me.
Well, let's get to a few other ones.
Yeah.
I got a few more, maybe about 4 or 5 more. Here's one a lot of people deem as the all-time great, and that's Monty Tuma.
Money to
Monty Tuma. I'm gonna give you Tuma stats. It's quite ridiculous, actually.
Mm-hmm.
His tenure of consistency with the Giants,
Yeah.
bro.
He had 05 plus 1,000-yard receiving seasons, averaged 14 yards per reception. He had 4 seasons with over 70 plus receptions. Amani Toomer's career stats is 9,497 yards, 54 touchdowns, and 668 receptions. Now, if you're ranking that amongst Giants, that's first in yards,
Yeah.
Yep.
that's first in receptions, and that's first in touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Production wise, it's hard to argue with, but again, great receivers put up more than just stats. Amani Toomer played 12 years for the Giants.
With Ike Hilliard, freaking Jeremy
Chris
Shockey.
Callaway,
Yeah, he was on there with Jason Sehorn and Sam Garnes, Felipe Sparks.
Yeah, he played with Plaxico too, so he had help. You know what I'm saying, for sure. But again, thoughts on Amani Toomer? Is he the GOAT? Should he be up here at all, or what's your feeling?
Did you just say should he be up there? Come on, man, smack yourself for saying that. Come on.
I'm just saying, I'm hey,
I
it's
know.
Popular Opinion Sports. I'm asking.
Yeah, I know.
Some people might.
I'm sorry,
hit me
Lou. Go
with a
ahead. You were
curveball.
Lou, you were saying. Go ahead, bro.
It's a no-brainer that the man belongs up there. Statistically
Is he
alone.
the great though? Is he the great? Is he the
No,
GOAT? He's first in everything, pretty much.
When we get into this debate, it's kind of hard because football is the ultimate team sport.
Right.
You can be a great receiver, but if your quarterback's trash, that's gonna hurt your stats. You could be a great quarterback, but if your wide receivers is trash, that's gonna hurt your stats. So football is the ultimate team sport. Would he be as great had he not had Eli Manning? Who knows? Would he be as great had he not had what was that? Kerry Collins before?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So and Kurt Warner. So it's debatable, but is he one of the best Giants wide receivers ever? Hands down. Is he the best? That's up for debate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Coach.
of course, he definitely belongs there as a giant great at wide receiver. You know, giant great. You can argue even as the giant great at all positions, being inclusive in the conversation. So, um, yeah, he definitely deserves being there. What's up, school sis?
Yeah,
Happy
I
to see
agree.
you. Thanks, sis. Love
School,
you.
appreciate
To
you,
all you
man,
guys as
sis.
well.
Hope all is well, man. Health and wealth to you, man. Appreciate you tapping in, sis. Um, Now let's switch gears here a little bit and go OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. Man, the most recent,
Old Bum
um,
Jenkins.
Y'all better leave my family alone.
the most recent one.
Talking about my family
Let
like
me
that.
give
Man.
you
After you seen that
OBJ's.
Justin Bieber tape, you wouldn't be calling him family.
Oh,
That's my family.
I
Leave
don't
my
know about
family
that.
alone.
I don't know about none of that, but um, he had 4,000 yard receiving seasons with the Giants, averaged 14.0 yards per reception, had four seasons with over 70 plus receptions, and 3 seasons with 8 or more touchdowns. Give you his stats here. OBJ, um, for his Giants career, because he's played with multiple teams, so I want to keep it Giants. Odell Beckham Jr. had 390 receptions,
He was the fastest to
5,000
3,000 yards. I know that.
5,476 yards. As I mentioned, 14 yards per reception, and he had 44 touchdowns.
Bless you.
Now, as far as rankings in yards, he's second. In touchdowns, he is no,
He's fourth.
that's a halfback. Amongst receivers, he's second. I don't Cal Rote. He's one of those
Rote.
wing players.
Cal wrote, yeah.
Coach was talking about. So is Joe Morrison. He's a halfback,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, Alfred Morris's father.
it's yeah, but it's Tuma and Odell pretty much 1-2 in the categories for the Giants. So OBJ, man, I know he only played 4 seasons here. I know it was some bad blood between a lot of Giants fans, but
That speaks volumes. When you can put up them
again,
type of numbers in 4
yeah.
seasons. He was the fastest to 3,000 yards in wide receiver history. Not just in Giants, in NFL history. He got to 3,000 yards faster than Jerry Rice. So you can't take that away from the man.
I agree. I mean, the numbers speak for itself, and if you, unless you've been living under a rock lately, you know what I'm saying. You've seen what he did,
But
and
again,
how many
injuries
moments
and
he had as a Giant. It just he didn't
Injuries
have
and
the
trades.
success. He
Had
didn't
he
have the
not
success.
left the Giants, he probably would have went down as the best wide receiver of all time for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
But
And those other guys I mentioned, they won championships.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
no, I'm saying, had he spent his whole career with the Giants, coach, like had he not bounced around, if he'd have spent 12 seasons as a Giants receiver, he probably would have went down as one of the best records statistically wise.
Oh, records and statistics, I'll give you that. Okay. I'm just saying he ain't gonna be the
Yeah,
for
I'm
me.
not. Everybody has
For
their
me.
own personal in
Yeah.
their heart beyond the stats.
That's why I love this conversation. This is
Beyond
this
the stats,
is
because we
fire.
all have players that somebody might be better than statistically, but to us, that's just that guy.
That's my
Regardless,
family, but I love my family, but nah, that's family, but nah, he ain't gonna be number one for me. I
no,
wish he would stay. No, I get you, Lou. I
Does he
got you.
belong in the conversation?
Yes, he does.
Coach?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
definitely, definitely.
Okay.
You want to debate if he's 2 or 3 for me?
So we got Cruz, Knicks, Toomer, and OBJ. We're on 4, right?
No, you got Homer Jones,
Homer Jones, you miss Homer
Plaxico.
Jones.
I don't think you
too.
said Plaxico either.
Yeah, Luke came in late. I put
Yeah.
we talked about Plaxico. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we talked about Plaxico.
Hey,
'Cause
it's
I
better
got-
than coming in early.
Yeah. I just got a couple more ones. I'm gonna throw 3 more in there just to round out the conversation. Y'all may or may not agree with these next three,
Like, can I
but I'm gonna
put
throw
them
them
in
in there
there?
anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
the next one is Def Schofner.
Mm-hmm. Schaffner. Yep.
Def Schofner, where I got him here as three seasons with 1,000 yards, had 18.1 yards per reception. Of course, they wasn't passing the ball that much back then, but he did have 3 seasons with over 8+ touchdowns. Um, Looking at the yardage, he ranks where is he at? 13th with 4,315 yards. He had 239 receptions. Like I said, they wasn't really throwing the football a lot back then, but 200 some receptions is still very good. He in his yards per average was crazy. And he
Mm-hmm.
also had where is he at? 7th all time with 35 touchdowns as a receiver back then. So Schaffner was nice. Played from 61 to 67. So had a couple years in there where him and Homer Jones played together.
Mm-hmm.
I think Coach, who was the QB back then? Was that the years they were playing with
Tittle was
Tittle?
there. I think
Tittle,
Tittle
yeah.
was there. I can't remember. Did Tarkenton come in the late '60s, or was it strictly the '70s? I'm not. I don't remember Tarkenton. But yeah, Wyatt Tittle was there, even though he was there for like 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody in the chat double check that for me or
Hey,
confirm
Ghost
that.
Dog. He said, "Yeah, that Bieber tape was crazy. Y'all don't want to know." LOL.
Yeah, I don't get into that, but
People's business is their business or whatever. So,
Yeah, it's
um,
their business until that shit is all over the internet on video. Then it's everybody's business.
it's crazy.
yeah, why? To exactly, Iman, 36 touchdowns. That was unheard of.
Yeah.
'60s. I mean, because you got to think in the '60s. I mean, you got the Jim Brown era, the Gale Sayers
Mm-hmm.
during that time. It's all
Yeah.
run. It was primarily run, tough
That
defense,
was
and
unheard of. Yeah.
yeah. So,
36
and
touchdowns.
that's why it's like these those guys were ahead of their time, and
Now, mind you, people are saying if DJ don't get 30 touchdowns, get rid of him.
hmm hmm
Yeah. Yeah. Um, that dude did play for the
that
Rams as well.
yeah.
I'll give you his career stats. He had 349 receptions, 6,470 yards, 51
He
touchdowns,
played with
average
Crazy.
18.5 yards per reception.
Hold on, let me
Um,
see. I think he played with Crazy like Hirsch also, because they think
Played
that.
4 years with the Rams, and then 7
He was
years with the
swallowing OBJ's
Giants.
babies, E-man. That's what he was doing.
Oh, come on, bro. Pause, man. Pause.
Shit.
He
Oh man,
he
yeah.
played 40s. Okay.
Yeah. 32. Y Tittle. Yup.
You was about
Um,
to say 38 titties. Hey, I was about to say. Oh shit. He was like, yeah,
oh
38
man.
D titty. I mean, YA tittle. Uh, back to you, Pat.
Yeah, man. But Schofner was Schofner was a underrated man back then, definitely. So, what's your thoughts though? Should he be up here as one of the top receivers in Giants history?
I unfortunately didn't get to see him play. Uh, that was a little bit predates my.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I gave you the numbers, so
No, yeah, his numbers alone, he definitely belongs in the conversation. Um, but
Cash, you know,
Dash did the math on
yeah,
that.
yeah, but that's also the different era. 1.75 per game. But what's the average now? It's like two, a little over two touchdowns a game, right?
Well, that's what he's saying. 30 touchdowns today. I think he's saying today would be 1.75
Oh
TDs
yeah,
a
yeah,
game.
yeah. Today,
17 game
but
season. Yeah.
I'm yeah. Okay, I got you. In today's game, yes, but I
Yeah.
14
Iman, that
game
dude did
season.
play defense too. I think he played
yes,
corner.
Iron Man football, yeah.
yes. All of them. Frank Gifford did too.
Yeah.
That's why, like you said, and why it's kind of it is hard to quantify, especially back then, because most people don't realize how hard it is. Unless you played, even in high school, playing both ways, that's hard as hell.
No, and I say that to people about boxing. It's hard to equate the boxers of this
Oh,
era with the boxers of the 15 round era.
yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? It's a different game. It's a
Yeah,
different style of fighting, different defense, different
it's
rules.
fun.
So it's different. You know, things evolve, things adapt, and you grow and you change over time. So we have to expect the players to do the same thing as the sport evolves. The players have to evolve.
So, and then doesn't that mean these same players that we're talking about back in the 40s, 50s, 60s playing in today's game with the
They would still
training?
be successful.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, Schaffner to me should be inclusive in that. He is in the NFL halls alone. That
I
tells you.
watched these. I went back and watched some old film on
Hmm.
these on him and Homer Jones too. Like they was nice, son. Like for
Hmm.
real. You know what I'm saying? Like they created separation. Like you know what I'm saying? They had breakaway speed. Like it
And they
was
was a lot
on
tougher.
point.
They wasn't scared to lower their head and fucking.
Yeah, exactly. Different roles. It's a
These
different
soft
role.
guys here would be broke up and on the stretcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts.
Against these
Now,
dudes.
now, I will say this though, in fairness too, they also weren't playing a lot against a lot of zone schemes. They were playing against a lot of man schemes. So
Man, yeah.
You
that's
know, man.
something
Yeah.
that does have to be equated put
Good
into
point.
your.
Good point.
So I mean, learning how to sit in the zones, how to maneuver zone, how to stretch a zone to open up the
Find a
area.
soft spot in the
Yeah,
zone. Yeah.
yeah. Now, do I think they can do it? Yes, yes, yes. But in terms of their numbers, a lot of that is against man defenses. That's why they could beat a man 1-on-1, and as long as the quarterback put the ball there, they would have touchdowns, and that's all. Every one of them doesn't matter if it's Giants. So I am putting that in there. But if I factor in all of this,
That just
that
proves.
that
That just
yeah,
proves.
that's you are so right. Because I would have loved to play against a line like that. Offensive lineman that at that rate, 200-pound offensive lineman going up against my fat ass. Oh hell yeah,
Yeah. But
hell
that just goes to show too that you know
yeah.
these guys were tougher. You know, there was a tougher mentality, a tougher mindset, a tougher generation. You
You
know what
know
I'm
what,
saying?
Lou? I'm gonna disagree with you there because think about this now. They're not going up against 300-pound off defensive or players. They're not going up against 250-pound
Yeah.
linebackers running
Right.
full. So the toughness. You have to be careful when you say the toughness. It's a
No,
different.
because
Don Hudson got 99 TDs in the
you
30s.
got to know what I'm talking about because you know what I'm talking about, coach. You're a coach. These guys used to clothesline each other, smack the
They,
earmuff hole, like
yes,
grab the dead, they punch, turn the helmet
yes,
around, like you know what
yes.
I'm saying? Drive your face mask down. All that stuff.
It was
Has,
a dirtier. If you're talking about its toughness because it was dirtier, I'll go with you. But what
yeah,
I'm getting at,
doing more. They
but,
had
but
more shit that was acceptable that is not acceptable at all today. You'll get a flag, you'll lose the ball, you move 15 yards, you get ejected from the game. Those things were allowed back then. So they were playing the whole game with less pads, softer helmets, you know what I'm saying, and taking
yeah,
more punishment.
but you also weren't going up against the size and the speed. So I get what you're saying. That's why I'm saying that when you think about it, you got a 250-pound, 270-pound, 300-pound man, and your linemen are 200 tops 250 pounds, tops
That's
250
crazy.
pounds.
250-pound lineman.
Well, that
Yeah.
just goes to show that we didn't have that much of an obesity problem in America back in those days as well. You know,
I don't say they were obese. They
weren't
I
were.
think it was just a different game, probably. You know what I'm
but we
saying?
weren't
Like,
eating Monsanto and glyphosate and all this other shit, GMOs and gluten and preservatives and additives that they put out in the food today. These guys wasn't eating that.
But
You know
there
what I'm
were
saying?
some guys. There were, as a whole, they were smaller, but there were still big guys, man. There were. There were. I mean, I'm not saying there weren't some guys who weren't humongous back then, but
Yeah,
you weren't
but
facing the same.
it wasn't prevalent. We weren't in
Yeah,
no nation like we are now,
no,
where
that's
we're
true.
suing
That's true.
McDonald's because you couldn't not order regular fries. You had to have the supersized fries.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, no, that you're right. That you're right. I'm
All right.
just talking
So
about football with training. They were still all in shape for the most part. I mean, but yeah, back in the '60s, or '50s, hell, they were smoking cigarettes on the sideline. So I mean,
facts, yeah.
yeah,
Drinking beer and everything.
yeah, I do take that into consideration. But go
I
ahead.
want to get to a couple more here. And then
Tougher time. Smoke cigarettes, drink a shot, go out there and headbutt somebody. All right.
Yeah, my type of football. My type.
Chris Callaway.
Hmm.
And Chris Callaway played receiver from 1992 to 1998 for the Giants. He had 4,710 yards. Ranks him eighth. His 334 receptions ranks him ninth, and he had 14.1 yards per reception and 27 touchdowns. His
He was the
27
Reuben Randall
touchdowns.
of his era.
His 27 touchdowns ranks him 14th. So Ike Hilliard, I remember watching Ike Hilliard play, Chris Callaway play. He wasn't. I mean, he was okay.
Yeah, he
I
was like
don't.
the Reuben Randall.
I don't. I
He was up
mean,
there with
but
Slayton.
I mean, his numbers are solid. So I had to throw him into the conversation
Yeah, I
from
didn't
as
know
far
that.
as wide receivers are concerned, just pure wide receivers, folks. So, what's your thoughts about Chris
You know
Callaway?
what? But until you read the numbers, I didn't realize how good he was, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're watching him, you're just like, okay,
Those was
he's
the
a good
Dan
receiver.
Reeves years.
Yeah, he's a good
It
receiver.
was
He
a
wasn't great.
down years for the Giants, but he was doing his thing though. He
Yeah,
was.
so it's kind of damn.
You
I
had
mean,
he was
reading
on the
those
same
numbers.
team. Sorry.
Go ahead.
He
Go.
he at one point it was him, Hilliard, and Toomer were the three receivers.
That was
And,
the 2000
yeah,
90 the 98 season, I think it was.
when Dan Reeves put all the chips in the middle of the table and we lost to the Ravens in that Super Bowl. But um,
Jay Furries, what's good with you, man? Thanks for tapping
Yeah,
he
in,
was
that,
bro.
he was
that.
on a wide receiver core that was pretty consistent. So for him to put up the numbers that he did, considering that he was behind Toomer and Hilliard, he was like a Darius Slayton or a Reuben Randall. He was that third man who, when we needed him, he would step up and make a play.
But he's more productive
Yeah,
if you wanted to
Yeah.
be fair in comparison. So I mean, like I said, I did not realize his numbers were with the Giants were like that. You know, because I always thought of him as the third right, as the
He
accessory
played
wide receiver.
112 games with the
Man,
yeah.
Giants.
you think about that. What is it? 3,000 yards, 112 games. Yeah,
He had 4,000
yeah.
yards. Had
You
4,710
have to
yards.
put him in the conversation now. You have to put him in the conversation. Yes, for me.
Okay. Um, Next and last one I'm gonna throw up here is his buddy Ike Hilliard. We just talked about Ike Hilliard. Ike Hilliard's numbers are he is 10th with
Yes, man, with the Dennis.
4,630 yards. He also is tied with Chris Callaway and Hakeem Nicks for 27 touchdowns. He had 368 receptions. That places him seventh all time as in the Giants' history. That's seventh, y'all, all time in receptions. Yards per reception was 12.6. Ike Hilliard from 1997 to 2004 with the Giants. Thoughts on Hilliard?
Hilliard was,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Lou. You go first.
Hilliard was a productive, essential piece to that team. The problem was we couldn't consistently produce on offense. We would stutter out on drives, and that was the problem with our offense and
Yeah,
them.
it
them
was that 98 season, I think, Lou. 97 and 98, where they all played together. Hilliard, Toomer, and I'm looking at it here.
yeah.
And
Oh my
Calhoun.
gosh. I'm sorry.
And that was exciting because I thought that with them three, we would definitely make a run. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, we got some decent receivers here. We can actually make a run. But guys were getting old. You know, we had drafted some new guys that were developing, and you didn't really see that coming to fruition until 2004 when Eli came in. We had Kurt Warner. The team was starting to come together
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because we went to the playoffs a few times before the 2007 Super Bowl run. We went in '06 and got knocked out, and I think we just missed it in '05, or we got knocked out in the first round of '05. Can't remember, but we was on pace. He was just at the tail end of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, of the
But
lean year.
that's my list right there.
Well,
Anybody I left out that you guys think I need to put? I'll give you some honorable mentions. Sterling Shepard. He's actually fifth all time in receptions for the New York Giants with 372. Had over 4,000 yards. But again, we know his thing was injuries. Had 23 touchdowns. You could also make a case for where's he at?
Man, stop it.
Steve Smith.
He said Slayton got to be up there. No, he not.
Steve Smith. Actually, his numbers aren't as bad. They're better than Smith and Manningham's, who I know a lot of people
where's Stephen
hold in
Baker?
high regard. Stephen Baker. I was just looking at him too. He 2,000. His yards are kind of low. Only 2,587 yards. He
Okay.
did have 18.3 yards per reception and 21 touchdowns.
The touchdown maker, that's his name.
Yeah.
But I just gotta say something though against with Ike, and I know y'all gonna kill me, but um, and this is strictly on field abilities. I want to clarify that,
Mm-hmm.
but y'all don't realize how much, and it's gonna be a name that everybody's gonna hate saying, but Kadarius Tony actually skill set in terms of what he does, the stop and go, the quickness, it's exactly the same, and they both played at Florida. I'm just saying.
Who you talking about? Ike
Ike
Hilliard.
Hilliard and
Mm,
Kadarius Tony.
wow.
Go back and look at Ike Hilliard. How many times did he could stop and go and
Sure
turn?
about that, Coach?
No, I'm. That's why I said ability. That's why I strictly wanted y'all to just focus on the ability and the way that they play. Because Ike Hilliard did the same thing. How many times did he stop, get skinny, let somebody go standing by, change the direction? And
That's true.
Kadarius Tony for everything else. That's the one thing he was dynamic at. We could joke and get on him about everything else, his attitude, the music, the drive, all that other bullshit. But the ability to stop and go, and they both played at Florida. Now one is midnight black while the other one isn't, but that's another story. But all right. Now I brought it back to the jokes, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, nah, you're good, man. It was funny though, man. But yeah, Steve Smith is somebody a lot of people were mentioning. Steve Smith, I think he had one of the best seasons as a Giant, but again, injuries kind of derailed his season too. In 3 years, he had 220 receptions. I think he had half of those in one season. To be honest with you, he had 2,386 yards, 10.8 yards per reception, and only 11 touchdowns. So, good productive receiver. Don't know if I would put him up there amongst the greats, just given this list that I'm looking at here. But that's what I got. Like I said, if anybody has there's another name up here, Linnell Manuel.
Lionel Manuel,
Lionel Manuel had
Bill Sims,
232.
Bill Sims, in that game against the Minnesota Vikings, it was 4th and 12. He hit him for 10 yards, and he literally dragged two people 2 yards without that play. the Giants don't go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he had 23 touchdowns, 17.0 yards per reception, and
What?
right almost at 3,000, just short of 4,000 yards receiving with 3,941 yards in 6 seasons with the Giants. So
Fucking gosh, no, he didn't.
that's it, yo. That's the list. Again, man, definitely appreciate y'all tapping in, man, for that. Just wanted to kind of but I do want to touch on my last topic here, and it's just fathers in sports. Fathers in sports. I was gonna. Do you guys want to play like a little trivia game? I do have a game that we can play. I don't know if
We can do it quick. Yeah, we can do it quickly because I was ready to tap out because I got to prep for the football.
We'll skip it. We're at
No,
almost
go
2
ahead.
hours.
I'm not going to be on until 3:45. I just wanted to be off by 3:30 so I could jump on and prep.
Yeah, it's not trivia. It's sort of trivia, but I got a point behind it.
Let's go. We got 25 minutes.
So, all right.
We got 25 minutes, baby.
Let me fire it up. All right.
She got a fat ass.
Facts. I don't even know who, but I love those.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm scrolling. You scroll up and you see something. It's like, why they put Darren Waller and Kelsey Plum back to back? Kelsey Plum, disrespectful actions. What? That's why her ass got beat by the Liberty then. Yes, some of my.
So.
My Bernie Mac voice, yes, some of my.
Yes, some of my, yeah. All right. So this is kind of like a little Wheel of Fortune type thing I put together here.
Wheel.
3 rounds. And it's
you enjoying it.
Look at Lou. Lou was like, oh no.
It's basically based it's New York Giants themed, so every thing in here is going to be about the Giants. But you watch Wheel of Fortune, you know how the game goes, so let's fire it up.
Sorry, on the side note, I'm so excited that I actually edited a video. I think I'm more excited about editing the video than about being right. It's like
all right, this is a player for the New York Giants. How y'all want to do it? Who goes first?
I got 50 points already? Damn.
Nah, how you get 50 points?
It says 50 for me and Lou.
Where?
It says 0. What are you
it's the dollar sign. No, because I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone, so it's. I'm on my phone, so it's.
Oh, nah, you're good. You're good. Turn your phone to the side away, so you get a better.
50. Who got 50? I'm like, where?
I'm on my phone. See, I'm in my kitchen. See.
I got you.
My boy
all right.
Coach
50. We'll let Coach go first since he's on his phone.
No, you good.
So Coach.
Yeah.
Give you a time opportunity right here. So we're gonna spin.
Time out. Wait, I'm sorry. We're gonna be there November 3rd. The house is booked. So don't go doing nothing crazy. All right.
Hey ladies.
All right, Coach. I'm guessing you don't know the puzzle yet, so we'll spin.
Yeah, spin.
And 400. Guess a letter.
You always start out with one of the most important ones, so I'll start out with T.
T.
All
right.
So I gotta buy a vowel, or are they free?
You gotta buy a vowel, just
vowel.
like but you get a free spin. So,
all right, spin it. You get 2 bands.
Lost the turn.
Lost the turn, yo. It's like Pat's Uno game.
I love playing games with y'all, man. Pause. This always fun. All right. Coach, guess a letter.
I'm going F.
S?
S. Like in Sam.
S, okay. There's one S. All right.
Spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it.
All right.
You said this is a Giants player?
Yeah, New York Giants player. Y'all will know him. I mean,
Current?
No. Well, I can't give you a hint like that.
Okay.
But yeah. You got one out of me, Paul.
Give me M as in Mary.
M. All right. Lou.
Spin that junk.
Spin. 300.
Okay. Let me get a D. Pause.
D.
How much you want to bet that somebody's watching it on the computer or whatever, and they're yelling at us, pick this
The
letter,
chat,
pick
yeah,
this
the chat's
letter."
probably gonna get it before you guys. It always happens like that. But go ahead.
Give me an H. H isn't happy.
H.
What the?
Yeah, man. Lou.
Spin it, son. Well, I mean, I can...
400.
Nah.
These are y'all can see the available letters, right?
L in there. My name is Lou. Get the L.
The L.
I took an L on that one.
Spin it, spin it,
All
spin
right.
it, spin it.
Coach.
Give me an R.
R.
Doing it for the R.
1 R.
Oh man, I know who it is.
Can't guess yet, Coach. You want to solve or you want to go?
Ah, this is bullshit.
Spin.
Spin.
I know who it is.
200.
This is fuckery.
You can
Yeah, I know.
guess the letter.
Come on, coach. One of your girls is calling you. Slip up.
Give me the P.
P.
Son of a bitch. He got it.
No, I don't.
I do. Come on, slip up.
Bio, vowel, solve, or spin. You got 3 options, Coach.
Slip up. I know who it is already. Come on, coach. Pressure's on. The heat is, the heat is
I'm
on.
gonna buy a vowel. I'm gonna buy a vowel.
You gonna buy a vowel?
He's
Okay.
spending
Yeah.
bread. Oh, he's spending bread.
Which one you want,
He's
Coach?
fucking up the church's money.
Give me the A.
The A.
Oh,
Yeah.
he got it. He got it.
A. All
He
right.
got it.
2 A's.
Mm-hmm. You still don't know who it is? Come on, man. Oh, you fired. You fired.
No, I don't.
Oh, man. Slip up and buy the wrong letter.
Spin
I'm
it.
about to tell you exactly who it is. Buy the wrong letter. Come
Spin
on.
it.
Spin it.
Yeah.
Buy the wrong letter. You get mad at yourself, too.
Almost hit that bank rub. What you got, Coach?
Nothing.
Oh. B.
B.
Yeah. Yeah, because E-Man just put it in the chat, asshole.
I didn't look at the damn chat.
Damn you,
You know
E-Man.
what? No, never mind. I'm done. Give it to Lou. Give the win to Lou.
Nah.
No.
Guess-
Give that win to Lou.
It ain't that
Thanks a lot, E-Man. Thanks a lot, E-Man.
E-Man,
Thanks a
you
lot.
ruined the game.
Thanks a
Boo
lot.
that man.
Damn.
Boo that man.
Somebody has to guess it, man. Guess right or
All right. James Brown.
No,
I'm guessing James Brown.
no, you have to guess it. You bought the letters, bro. You spent the
No.
money.
Guess it, man. Guess it or spin
James-
or buy a vowel.
Oh, guess it. James Brown.
Oh man, what's the answer? Because we got 2 more rounds to go through.
Yeah, no. I said James Brown. I know I'm wrong, so it goes to Lou.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta play in good
Damn
faith,
thing.
man.
You win some, you
Nah,
lose some.
I don't feel right. And Lou got it before me anyway. He even said it. So, nah, and I'm sorry. That's just me.
Somebody say the answer. So I
It's
can...
Bear Pasco, man.
Thank
Okay.
you.
But
Thank you.
give it to Coach. Because he bought the letters. Shit. I
Nah,
don't mind. It's
no,
a game.
no, 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 no. No.
It is Bear Pasco, man. Bear Pasco. All right.
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me. That's Lou. That's
We're
Lou.
gonna
That's
go
Tension,
to the
not
next
me.
pal.
round.
I'm not.
This is a place. Or places. I put places. It's a place
Oh,
though.
shit. This one, you done changed the game. This one, you got to buy the letters and unveil. This is the place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know the answer.
You know the answer?
Oh, wait. No. Wrong. Too many letters. Sorry.
No. First of all, it's well, we'll let you Lou start this one
Yeah,
off.
Lou starts.
All right. Spin Lou, or you want to solve it?
Let me look at the squares again. How many squares? It's a place.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Four.
is all Giants related, right?
It's Giants related. Yep. Better spin that wheel.
You
Yes.
ain't got no money, so if you win it, you ain't got no damn money.
Spin.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Where's he at?
I only said
You.
hold on for 1 second. I know his second is over with, but
Oh, he got a then he got a damn phone call. Okay.
Phone call.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Spin.
Yeah.
Or you gonna solve it? Okay.
No, spin. We're gonna spin. We're gonna spin.
600.
600.
CeeLo.
Let me get Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get the
You-
letter. I don't know why my camera acting crazy. This should be bugging out sometimes. All right. Let me get the letter. Damn it, man. G.
G.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Coach.
Spin it.
Oh no. Bankrupt with no money.
Mhm.
That's fucked up.
Word, Lou, your turn. Spin.
Spin, yeah. I ain't got no other option.
400.
That's the letter. Okay. Well, we know G ain't in that motherfucker. Um, Let me get an M for money. Money, money, money,
M.
money.
There's one M.
Oh shit. Okay. Spin.
All right. 600.
Let me get an S.
S. Oh, an S. Uh-oh.
So I know the bottom word is stadium. Okay, spin.
Spin. 400.
Let me get a T.
See.
Tatas.
What'd you say, coach?
I said tatas.
Y'all a mess, man.
Oh shit. Spin.
Spin. Alright. 200.
Put the letter D up there. Pause.
T. One day. Pause.
Alright. Spin. See if we can get some
Yeah,
bread
this
here.
is Bozal.
300.
Man. Oh my God. Spun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me buy
You
a
can't
A.
buy. You spun.
Oh, yeah.
You
All
gotta
right.
buy it before you spend. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me get a F.
F. Coach. Gotta get back in this thing, coach.
Mm-hmm. Spin.
200.
Give me the letter N like Nancy.
N. It's not available. Lou. Back to you, bro.
Mm.
Spin
Let me
by
buy a
vowel, solve the
vowel.
puzzle. By vowel,
U.
you. One you.
Now I'm tied with Coach. Let me spin.
That other one ain't yours, Lou. I ain't taking
200.
Mm. All right. Let me get. Oh man. The letter C.
C.
Son of a
No go.
bitch.
P. I mean spin.
He's calling out
Oh
Coach
man.
competitive as hell.
Give me the P. It's what the
Pause. You got to grab him by the Our former president told you got to grab him by the P.
You. What you got, Lou? By vowel, spin or solve.
Oh, we're going to spin. Spin it. Spin it. Spin it.
And oh
You silly motherless goat. You dirty, dirty bastard.
no! Shit.
spin.
Coach.
Spin.
Oh, they did me dirty.
Spin.
Damn.
Oh, he got a bankrupt.
Did me dirty.
Lou, back to you.
Damn, they did the boy dirty, bro.
Oh man. $500.
Yo, they did your boy dirty, bro. All right. Oh shit. H. What?
It's only a few letters left. Coach.
Spin.
What in the hell?
I know. I don't make it easy for you.
The fuck?
R like Robert.
R.
Mm-hmm. So
Bro.
that's telling me it's going to be a simple consonant and everything else is vowels. That's
Lou.
why.
Spin, man. Jesus Christ.
I love it. 600.
All right, so there's only. Let me see.
You can see the letters, they're highlighted. B, J, K, L, Q, V, W, X, Y, Z, and then
Pause on the
vowels.
BJ. All right, now,
This guy. Pick a letter, man. Damn it.
okay. Let me get the B. Pause. All right. Spin. What did it land on?
Oh, 100.
100 cheap sons of bitches. Buy a vowel.
You can't. You spun.
Oh shit. Okay. Um. Damn. They all gonna be vowels.
No.
Let me get a K.
K. Coach.
Spin. That's all I can do.
Spin her away. $400.
How much?
400.
W.
1W. Got him stumped, boy. Yeah,
Spin. No. I'm trying to. I got the middle word.
Son of a bitch.
I got the. Give me L.
L.
Yeah, I know what it is now. Damn it.
I know the bottom one. I mean, middle one. Just. Let me buy a vowel.
Which one you want?
O.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell that top one is. Spin. I'm the dumbest motherfucker in the world. I swear I am.
Bankrupt. Damn
I'm
it.
so fucking dumb.
Don't talk about yourself like that.
You. I'm going to talk about myself any way I want because that's what I do.
Well, excuse me, sir. Damn. Try to speak some inspiration to the brother. Never mind.
No, I'm motivated by attacking me and tearing me down. Oh, never mind. I know what it is. Why?
Why?
Finally, the damn camera.
I'll solve it. Yale Bowl.
Yale Bowl.
I knew it was Giants related.
Yale Bowl.
Yale. Y-A.
It's 3 words.
Oh, Yale Bowl Stadium. Sorry.
Okay. I tried to get. I couldn't hit it wrong, but yeah, you got it.
Technically, it's only 2 words though. It's actually Yale Bowl. It's not Yale Bowl Stadium.
It was Yale Bowl Stadium.
Since when?
Y'all suck. Y'all robbed me. It was a conspiracy. The man is against me.
Wait a minute.
Coach got it. No, you got it, Coach.
No. Because you said it's stadium, and I'm like,
well, it's Yale Bowl Stadium. That's the place.
All of it.
but the Rose Bowl.
It's Yale Bowl Stadium. Yeah, that's the actual. It's a stadium. That's
Well,
what.
yeah. Technically, all right. You're right because it's like the Rose Bowl, which is also a stadium.
Yeah. All right, gonna go one more round, man. This one I like this one.
Fixed rigged, make this game.
No, it's just this one is dope, man. The Yale Bowl Stadium was the first stadium that the Giants played the Jets in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is father and son right here.
How old, bro? God damn.
So let loose start it off.
Yo, E-Man, you a fool. He said the black man is against him. Yo, you.
The man need to stop keeping me down.
I said the man. He said the black man. How the black man gonna be against me? I'm black.
800, Lou.
He tried to put me in the other category. That's that bullshit.
You got 800, man.
Oh,
This is a chance for you to come back. Yeah.
No come back, man.
Don't call it a comeback.
Been here for years. What you got, bro?
Damn, Mac, you ruined it. It's Arch and Eli Manning.
You think that? Is that your guess?
Archie and Eli Manning, yeah.
Okay. Well, no, you got to pick a letter because I already spun.
But I didn't tell you to spin, nigga. See what I'm saying? The game is rigged. The man is against.
Then take an N, Lou. Take an N.
It's. I'm gonna do you.
No.
I'm gonna do you a favor and
Take
tell
the
you it's
N.
a N.
No, oh, no. I'm saying you're gonna tell it. You're gonna do a favor. Go
No,
ahead.
you said.
No,
'cause
Lou
he's-
spun. Lou spun. I didn't. So
Right. So
I'm
you
not-
said N.
No.
I said N. I did. Ed. Edwards Gladney
Oh, okay.
said N.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. My bad. My bad.
He dropped the whole government. Hey.
Let me see.
Let
I
me
switch
see.
turns. Yo, what you got? What you got?
Oh, what was their last name? Buddy and Rex Ryan. No. You spun, so I gotta buy a letter.
Just pick a letter. Yeah.
Then it would be Buddy, Rob, and Rex. But Ryan is too short for the bottom. So, let me see. Reeves? No.
Stop trying to solve it and pick a letter. You don't have any bread. You're not going to win nothing if you
B.
solve it. Huh?
B.
B?
B.
He got the first one. I'm sorry. Stop. He won the first one. He got 1,300 points. Sorry, I ain't taking that. He's saying that to you.
Spin or solve, coach.
Spin it.
Spin. Find
Z.
it.
Z like zebra.
Z.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. There is a Z.
What? I was bullshitting. You got. Oh my God. Damn.
He said what?
Yeah.
With those Z in there. Damn.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He said what?
Go ahead, man. It's
Z.
on you.
Z. I mean, spin. Spin.
He said Z. He said there's a Z. What?
What you got?
What was it? How much was it?
500.
Another 500.
What? That was priceless, coach.
Give me a S like Sam.
What does that spell?
S. There are 3 S's. Bing bong.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Oh.
it's not that. Spin. Give me the letter P as in Peter.
P. Negative. Lou, it's back on you, bro. Do you know it? You can solve it or you can spin.
Spin. $800. Let me get an M. Money.
M.
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
Coach.
I want to buy a vowel.
Buy a vowel. What you want to?
A as in alpha.
A.
Yeah.
There are 2 A's.
Damn, it's not that either. Wow. Spin.
Remember, this is New York Giants related.
Letter N like Nancy.
N. One N.
Spin.
Spinner. 400.
D like David.
Mm-hmm. And
There are two D's. Pause.
By a vowel.
two D's.
What you want, coach?
O like Oscar. O like Oscar.
Oh. There's one O.
What? Spin. Oh man, I'm not getting this. Why the fuck am I so
300.
stupid? Give me a K. Oh, I know what it is.
K.
Go ahead. Yeah, K. I'll solve it. Steve and Zach Diossi.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good job. The only
The election was stolen. This is all fake news.
Yeah, no, hold up. They're the only father and son combination to win a Super Bowl with the same team. Steve did it in '91 with the 90 with the Giants, and then Diossi in 2007 and 2011. I thought that was pretty cool.
It's not 6,300. Take 1,300 off and put it under Lou.
Oh, 1,300.
Yeah, that first
Still
one.
won, yeah.
First one goes to Lou.
You still won. Yeah, 1,300. 13. So we take you down to $5. All right.
No, I'm fair, bro. That's me. I'm sorry. I don't.
So pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Pretty little fun game show.
That was cool.
But yeah, that's what we do over here. Giants conversation, man. I like to give you guys history, in a fun way. You know what I'm saying? But Steve and Zach Diossi, like I mentioned, the only father-son combination to win a Super Bowl with the same team. Both did it as long snappers. And then I mentioned with the Yale Bowl, that was first stadium.
Steve was also a linebacker. Don't think he was just long snap. He was a linebacker. He started for a while, a linebacker.
Absolutely.
He was good.
Hey guys, I gotta go.
Oh
shit.
Yeah.
I gotta
go. Okay, bro. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here in a minute anyway, but definitely, man, if you're not already sub, man, go sub to G Nation Inside Sports. Leather to the face. Dope show. I'm always over there, man, hanging out with the fellas, man. So definitely show the brothers some love. But yeah, coach. We're gonna wrap it up here, man. But again, shout out to all the father and son combinations out there. Here's a little bit of history, man, before I wrap it up. I had to put Steve and Zach in there. But these are the 7 father and sons who have won the Super Bowl as of 2024. Had Bruce Davis II, 84 with the Raiders, and then Bruce II, 2009 with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, we mentioned Steve and Zach winning with the Giants. Bob and Brian Greasy. Bob Greasy won in 73-74 with the Dolphins. And then Brian won in 1999 with the Broncos. Ronnie Lott and Ryan Neese. 4-time winner with the Niners. Ronnie Lott, of course. And then Ryan won it with the Bucks. And Emery and Aaron Moorhead. Emery Moorhead, 86 winner with the Bears. Aaron, 2006 winner with the Colts. Craig Britton and Dan Colquitt. Craig with the Steelers. Britton with the Broncos. And Dustin with the Chiefs. And, of course, Howie and Chris Long. Howie, of course, famous with the Oakland Raiders, and Chris Long winning with the Patriots, and then in 2018 with the Philadelphia Eagles. So, shout out to everybody, man, on this Father's Day. Appreciate everybody for tapping in with us, man, on this Father's Day Sunday. But we're going to get on up out of here, man. Coach, before we do, man, tell them what you got going on this week.
I'm about ready to get out of here and try and get onto my other stream. I'm supposed to do the UFL game at 4. Tomorrow starts my rebirth of the Coach Edge Reading Attack show live. It's going to be live streamed Mondays, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, Fridays at 6 o'clock, Tuesday, Heart of the City, Wednesday, Pick and Roll Podcast, Thursday, the Full Court Press, and Saturday, the Halftime Coaching Adjustment Show. Shout out to you for being on that. This past one was a great show, too. So,
yeah, no doubt, man. Anytime. And definitely subscribe to everybody in the Big Blue Crew. As for me, you can always catch me here Sunday, Giants Conversation. We may or may not do a show next week, but I'll definitely be back the week before training camp starts to give you a solid, in-depth training camp preview. I just wanted to be light today because, a lot of what we talking about is speculation, you know what I'm saying? But we're Giants fans. We want to talk about something. So, when before training camp gets here, we're going to go, break it all down position by position and see who might make the 53-man roster, give you all injury updates and the whole 9 yards. I'm definitely going to make this more of an in-depth show moving forward as far as covering the Giants, just here on Giants Conversation. So definitely catch me here. Catch me Tuesday, Heart of the City, 8:30, all New York City area sports. Me and Coach been coming up with some dope topics, some pretty interesting analysis, and all things NYC. So, it's Heart of the City is more of a general sports show. We just don't talk about New York. We talk about all things sports. But, the focus is on our teams. And my new podcast, the Black Top Podcast, and that is going to be airing on Fridays at 7. So, catch me there. And that is all things basketball. You know what I'm saying? From the smallest level, or the little league level, or AAU level, what do you want to call it, all the way up to the pros, from women's to international. We're gonna get into the history. Just a basketball podcast. Just to talk all things basketball. There's no particular theme that we're aiming for here. We just want good basketball conversation. So I created that. Episode 1 was Friday, so go check that out. And you can always catch me on everything Big Blue Crew, from Leather to the Face to Coach's Streams, Big Blue in the Bronx, Mac the Giants fan, with the NFC's Roundup, him and Adam. So you catch me everywhere. Anything involving the Big Blue Crew, man. So that's what we got. Shout out to y'all in the chat. 35 strong in the chat, consistently all stream. For it to be the off season, that's impressive to me. for my little bitty channel. So definitely appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody. Ghost, Mac the Giants fan, appreciate you, brother. Oh, East Coast Gridiron popped in, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through. Iman Perry, man, always on point. Appreciate you. Of course, we got, who else we got in here? My man Jay Ferries, aka Crypto. Appreciate you coming through. Big Dash, of course. Already know, go sub to Big Dash if you ain't already. I don't know what you're doing with your life. And yep, so many of y'all. Mosley, Coach Dave, Jarius, and everybody else who popped in. TP, appreciate you, brother. Jacob, Wells. Yeah, man, the whole nine. But great stream, y'all. We might take a little break, maybe a week or two, from the Giants Convo. But we definitely going to, once training camp hits, it's going to be every week. So, and we're going to be on point. We call all the games. I'll be doing the morning games. Pat will be in the afternoon. Lou will be at night. So we'll be full steam ahead, so to speak, come end of July. But that's all I got for right now. And you know how we do it, like we always like to do. Peace.